We both mentioned Twitter, and I have a love-hate relationship with Twitter because I recognize that I am addicted to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I only post maybe 1 out of 5 tweets, so I'll write it and like that's dumb, delete, delete, delete. But I started sleeping with my Nintendo Switch by my bed next to my phone, so that when I wake up in the morning, instead of reaching first thing for my phone and checking Twitter, I reach for the Nintendo and the calming face of Mario for a mission, and now I can face the day as opposed to let me pick up the entire world's anxiety that they posted on a bulletin board and be
Yeah.
greeted right away with the collapse. Um, but you mentioned that you're active on Twitter. How much time are you devoting to Twitter? And then, Sarah, same question for you since you're now actively pursuing Twitter followers. Teach me to Twitter better.
I don't know how much time I spend on Twitter. If I get, well, this is one reason I leave my house and write by hand, right? Because when I'm off doing that at the library, I have no access to online at all. I deliberately have no access to online at all while I'm doing that. It just makes it much easier for me to work. But like right now, I would have Twitter open on my, my desktop, and I check. If I'm not doing anything else, I check to see what's going on Twitter. Twitter is very good at making you addicted because they keep popping up that they put that little red dot at the top that says there are new tweets, and they'll say tweets. These people have tweeted. And the one thing I do not do, another thing I did not do was did not put it on my phone. I have to see it on my desktop because I saw that was said notices to your phone, and I thought, well, that seems like a bad idea. So, I just, I guess I've limited it geographically, so to speak. I can only do it when I'm sitting at my desk.
So you can't be greeted with it first thing before you've had your coffee?
No, I can't. So, well, actually, I do. I am greeted by it before I have my coffee because I stumble in here and look at my email, which has come in from Spain in the middle of the night. And, and then I check Twitter.
And you're also not guilty of when I feel really low, as if I'm tired of scrolling through laptop Twitter. Let me check phone Twitter and see if that's any different.
Oh, okay. Is it any different? Is it any different on there?
And it is. It's like Twitter knows.
Oh, God.
And then, Sarah, same question to you. How are you actively pursuing Twitter, and what tips do you have for great Twitter usage?
So one of the things that has really opened my eyes on Twitter is who I follow. So before it was pretty much like, authors and other publishers. Didn't really follow that many people because I thought, we don't have many followers, and if people see that we're following as many people as follow us, then they're not gonna, follow us, and you just second guess yourself. So now it's just a case of who do I want to actually interact with? Like, I don't need to be following this really famous person, this really famous author just to keep an eye on what they're doing and, all of that, because it'll either be on my timeline or because they're in the industry, I'll see the dumpster fire of what they've said now kind of thing. So I do tend to follow a lot of, bloggers, booktubers now, but also slightly outside of the industry. So, people who are interested in social justice, academics, people like that. So it's not just like, I'm only going to follow authors in this genre that we publish. It's getting a slightly broader thing of what's happening in the industry, even businesses, bookshops, of course, but also businesses that are, eco-friendly, for example, because that's something that we really want to hit home. I'm writing an eco pledge at the moment. We want to be carbon neutral within the next few years. So that's a big thing for me. And just using it as a platform to learn as well. So like you, sometimes writing tweets and then going, actually, is this adding to the conversation? No, let's delete it. which has been, certainly in June so far, something that I've done a lot, and sort of, getting out of my own way and checking my own ego as well. It's very good for that. There's always a slight, pang of pride where someone said something that's completely wrong and awful and you don't engage. It's brilliant.
Their punishment is they have to go on being wrong and awful without you to stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know who I follow, like my former students, and also when I was editing the scholarly journal, when you do that, you kind of wind up mentoring some of the younger faculty members in the field, because they submit their papers to you and you write them back and say, try this, try that, and if you care about what you're doing, because it seems to me that's sort of the function of what you're doing in a job like that, and I follow all those people, and it's just such a joy to see. You'll see the day they get tenure, they'll announce it, or they'll pictures of their babies. I mean, it's just that I really, really enjoy. It's keeping up with these people that I used to know when they were much younger. Really, it's nice.